Train Dreams was directed by Clint Bentley and co-written by him and Greg Kuidar. This is also the team of people who worked on Sing Sing last year, a movie that was among my favorites of 2024. And so I was very excited to see what they would do over here. In fact, that movie was directed by Kuidar and co-written with Bentley. In this movie, you follow the story of Robert Grenier, played by Joel Edgerton, who at a transformative moment in American history is a logger who is helping build a railroad. And along the way, he's experiencing many different things that are taking place as the country is changing and as things are developing. And along the way, he's also wondering what all of this is about and how he fits into everything as more and more changes are taking place. This is also something that is brought up with his family, with his wife, played by Felicity Jones, and their daughter. Now, at the time that I'm dropping this review, it should be on Netflix, but I actually saw it in theaters last week. It was running in like one place in the entire city, and I went to go see it on this very snowy afternoon, very windy and snowy afternoon. But having seen the movie, I would say the trip was worth it. I really loved Train Dreams. I think this is another fantastic effort from Kuidar and Bentley, and it's once again really well directed and extremely well written, and how it captures this moment in time and how it takes you through the story of Robert's life as, again, he is going from one job to another as a logger and meeting more and more along the way, other loggers like him who are just trying to keep a certain way of life, again, as things are changing and how it's impacting what they've been doing, but also having to wonder, like, what exactly is all of this building towards? Why do certain things happen? Is there some kind of message behind it? Is there something that, there's a grander scheme at play, perhaps? And seeing how all of that is explored and how all of that is brought to life with the different character dynamics too on display, very fascinating ones at times, I think it leads to an incredibly strong movie. And some outstanding performances from everyone. Joel Edgerton is an incredible actor. I've seen him in many, many things now, and I always think that he does a really great job in every project that he is in. I think this is maybe my favorite performance of his, if not like at least one of my favorite performances. He is remarkable over here, and again, as the movie goes on, like I said, he is asking these questions about, what exactly is happening. But this is also fueled by certain events taking place, significant things that happen, which make him wonder, really, is there a point to all of this? And some of these events are incredibly devastating. They are heart-wrenching, and they have a massive impact on everything that is happening after that with his life. And I think he portrayed Robert Grenier very effectively. I think this is outstanding work from him. His dynamics with other characters and you seeing things with him and his family, that's also incredibly emotionally impactful. And the movie makes those moments with his family really, really count, because one thing that comes up in the movie is because he is taking on a lot of jobs as a logger and because he has to sustain his family, he isn't always seeing much of them and he wants to spend more time with them. Felicity Jones is also terrific in the movie. Some really great moments with her too. There's a couple of loggers who you meet along the way, some interesting sorts who are also very memorable in the movie. William H. Macy is one of them, for example. I really like his character because there are some really profound moments with him as well as some really funny moments with him, and he plays those very expertly. And by the time you get to a certain point with him as a character, like there's a couple of moments that really do leave an impact. Like there are some very powerful monologue moments from him too. I thought he did an exceptional job. Really, all the performances were great. Kerry Condon is someone who runs into Robert at one point, and there is a part of the story which is also really impactful over here, where even though you don't get a ton of time with her character, both her and Robert have something in common when it comes to dealing with things in life. Sometimes some of the meaning of the movie is within those conversations because they've both had some similar things along the way. It's also a gorgeously shot movie. There's some incredible cinematography in here from Adolfo Veloso. There's some incredible visuals that really do stick with you long after it's over. And there's a great score from Bryce Dessner as well over it that really adds to a lot of the emotional beats of it in very effective ways. Also amplified by a terrific sound design over it all. I mean, on a technical level, there's some really incredible stuff going on in this movie. And it very much does serve as that sort of very visual and sonic experience as well, because a lot of times the movie just lets certain moments breathe, and you get to spend a lot of time with characters where there's a lots of pauses between conversations and really just having them feel something, which is something that I really loved about it. That can sometimes mean the pacing does slow down quite a bit, which is true, it does, but this is a movie that very much wants you to be in those moments, and you sit with a certain feeling or thought or something that Robert is dreaming about at times too. And some of those moments can also be ambiguous, because he'll see certain images and he'll see certain things play out, and there may or may not be actually things that are happening or things that he's witnessing. You don't know whether or not this is a thing that just took place. But that isn't really the point of the movie. The point of the movie at the end of the day is trying to figure out whether or not everything that Robert Grenier has gone through in life and everything that he's done, if there's some kind of grander meaning behind it, if there's some way to keep on going with all of it, even if it feels like things are incredibly dark. And it's kind of funny saying that I wish there was some more time spent with a couple of characters, but in a lot of ways, the movie's point is exactly that, where it's like time is something that you don't always have, and so you kind of have to make the most of the moments that you get. So it almost feels like that is very much encoded into the movie. And overall, I think what it all leads to, as I've been talking about, is a movie that is incredibly well done. I love the movie. I think this is fantastic, and I think it's a movie that is absolutely worth watching. If you didn't get a chance to see it in theaters so far, like I said, it's going to be on Netflix at the time that I'm putting up this review, so you guys should definitely check it out. It is one of my favorite movies of the year, I would say. I was a huge fan of Train Dreams, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Guys, thank you very much as always for watching. Look forward to more videos very, very soon. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the movies.